Yeah, the example I'm going to give is one that happened from a large cyclonic storm in 1988. So it's quite a few years ago that impacted a large region of the North Island of New Zealand. And this particular storm caused many shallow landslides, flooding and sedimentation on fertile, high-value alluvial floodplains. And what the storm did, it provided us with a good understanding of how soil bioengineering can be used for erosion and sediment control. And I guess it was the scientific knowledge of the relative importance of different vegetation covers in reducing the number of shallow landslides and their contribution to sediment delivery to rivers and to the coast. That helped inform a policy of changing those grass-covered, erosion-susceptible slopes to forests and silvopastoral systems. And I guess this new information built on more general understanding that we'd kind of known about for many years and centuries of the role that forests and trees play in reducing certain types of erosion in hilly and mountainous land. But what it did provide was that final level of understanding of those different aged vegetation covers and different types of vegetation cover in terms of their effectiveness in reducing storm-triggered shallow landslides. And again, this understanding, this scientific knowledge, led to new land management policy, which gradually became implemented through funding and grant schemes for farmers and landowners to plant trees and forests on their land to help manage future storm events. So that's probably the best example from New Zealand, which has had much wider uptake and use of what was kind of relatively simple science findings to bring about change in New Zealand's landscapes. And perhaps just a short second example kind of mirrors what is happening in other countries, and that is the reintroduction and emergence of techniques used in the past and historically to control erosion locally. So that's not on a big scale, but quite local. Think of debris dams using vegetation materials, fascines, paired gully plantings, and so on. And I guess much of the experience of the use of these mitigation measures has been lost or was lost. But what we're starting to see, and we see this in Europe as well, is a resurgence of interest in using more nature-based solutions, both here in New Zealand and wider across the world. But we still have a long way to go to actually use those nature-based solutions in the way in which we manage erosion and sediment control across the planet. Hi, I really would like to take the opportunity to welcome you all to the SBEE conference to be held in Bern in June this year. Bern is a town I really love, having been privileged to visit on a number of occasions in the past. However, unfortunately, I will not be able to join you because of the COVID situation, the situation that is inflicted on all of us around the globe. And it's a situation that's going to make its presence felt for some time to come. I guess where I live in New Zealand, we've been pretty fortunate, being at the bottom of the world and far away, that we haven't been impacted perhaps as greatly. But the way things stand, I'm really sad that I will not be able to come and reconnect with all my old friends and colleagues. So I wish you all well, and I hope you have a great conference. I hope to be able to connect with you again in the future. Ciao.